Okay, so what do you think about this? I've heard Catholics argue, if Mary didn't die, if Mary wasn't assumed, then we should expect the first and earliest Christians to venerate her relics, but there's no account of her relics. To me, that's never struck me as a terribly powerful argument, because I would presume that Joseph's relics would also be something important to have, or John the Baptist's, and yet I'm not aware of those being reverenced, those relics. Are you?
Yeah, for me, because I'm kind of hitting on stuff that I feel very, very like I have a mastery over, one of the things I haven't done is a documented history of relics. It would be something worthwhile doing for the purposes of William's series. But I'd be very interested to know in what archaeology can get us back to when interest in relics was in Christians, shrines of relics. We do have some from the late 2nd century now that have been archaeologically dug up. So we are seeing that relics have a very old shrine system, which starts to give us the sense that if we have, for example, the relics, I think it was on St. Philip's feast day that I talked about the shrine in Turkey that has been recently uncovered. It potentially has 2nd century roots, etc. So if we're seeing that relics go back this far, there is something to be said from archaeology and fake stories of the lives of saints and apostles and things like this that were being multiplied during this time, that we should expect the best relic you can get is a Mary relic.
Fair enough. And I suppose someone could say, well, Joseph and John the Baptist died prior to the kind of Christian explosion.
Yeah, and I would say that you would think there would be an automatic interest in Joseph, but we do see relatively early interest in Joseph, but liturgically we're talking about maybe 6th, 7th century, maybe even as late as 8th century.
Yeah.
So, which is a puzzle. I mean, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a cultist to him somewhere beforehand. I just haven't seen the literature that's been updated on it. This is why I hesitate to say too much, because I'm not a specialist.
That's what I love about academics. They don't talk about what they don't know, whereas people like me talk about everything we don't know.
I will give...
What do you think, just to kind of sum this up, what do you think of that objection, that if Mary died and was buried, we should expect evidence of people
I have to give them a little credit. That is a good argument.
Okay.
The only reason why I will admit that, Matt, because I've looked at a number of early fathers that claim to be relic hunters, that claim to have gathered relics, new places to go, new places where there were shrines of great saints, and you never hear about bones of Mary. So because of that, I do think they have a very good point, Matt.
Okay.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like if you liked, and if you loved, subscribe.